Morning everybody, it's Father's Day and it's lovely. And last night I was laid in bed and I thought it's going to be perfect car booting weather tomorrow, so I'm going to get myself up nice and early before everybody else, get myself out there, get some booting done. So yeah, everybody else is asleep. Fathers are supposed to have a lie-in, but nah, I decided if we're doing something that I want to do, I want to really enjoy, I'm going to come booting instead. I thought I'd come a different way just to show you a bit of a different route. I'll talk about a few things this morning. I'll talk about some Transformers and fandom and comics and cons and things like that. I want to actually talk about conventions more than anything, because TFn's coming up. TFn's the big Transformer convention in the UK. I'm really looking forward to it. I've done a proper vid on it. I mentioned it in my last vid that TFn was here, but I didn't really touch on what I want to do. So first of all, my plans for TFN is I'm going on there on the Friday, and I'm there till the Sunday, and then I'm going to take the family with me again, because they really like going, and they like going in the pool and all the facilities that are around there. And but because last time I only went for one night, I don't think I got the full effect. I want to go for the full experience this time. Go there nice and early, well, as early as I possibly can, after work and all the rest of it. Oh, come on, lights aren't being very friendly to me this morning. So yeah, I want to see the Transformers the movie, the original 1986 one, because I think they still show that on the Friday, and get myself settled in the room and all the rest of it, and then yeah, go for it. Because I live in the Midlands, or North Midlands, Northeast Midlands, that we're going to be driving down. But the parking, if you've never done it before, because a lot of people go on the buses and they go on the trains, what have you, the parking is £13 a night to park in the car park, just for the honour of parking in, not even in a nice car parking spot, in crappy car parking spot, £13 a pop, which is mental. Could they improve on that? That's one of the things I wanted to bring up. Could it be improved? TFN where it was, because I know that it used to be in a different spot. It used to be in the centre of Birmingham. Is that the case? Now, if you had the choice of where it could possibly be, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the Hilton, apart from it's a little bit out of the way. The beer's expensive and the car parking is extortionate. But the rest of it, the rest of the convention, the people and everything are brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And you can't really improve on that. You can't really change that kind of thing. Well, I think if you move that whole thing and you put it somewhere else, I think it would be better. I think you could make it a better experience. Even if they hired, you need to have somewhere that's got a big enough hall, or somewhere where they can do the actual selling and the talks and the guests and all that kind of thing. It needs to have facilities big enough. And that's why I understand why they're using the Hilton. But surely there's somewhere better they could use. There's somewhere that they could have it that's got a hotel, and I mean, even if they make it a festival, because that's what this country needs, in my eyes. Is they've gone the thing now where we've embraced the convention scene, and we all like to go to the conventions, and the conventions do really well. But now, if you go to the music festivals, there's also different kinds of festivals down in the UK. There's the Hay on Wye, which which is a book festival, which makes you think, book festival, why would anybody go to one of them? But it's really, really popular, really, really good, and it has some massive guest stars that go to it every year. Look it up, it's brilliant. There's also some like comedy festivals, and there's like they have ones for families aimed at like young families to there we go, 5th gear, that's better. There's some family festivals. Would it be possible to have, no, I'm not talking just for Transformers, because I think the Transformer convention is very unique and it's very specialised, but I just think that if you had a proper camping festival thing with marquees set up and you could take your own booze, and that would just be the bomb, the absolute bomb. If you could have like a proper Comic-Con festival kind of thing, something where you could actually go there and just set up barbecues, and because it's in the summertime, oh, that would just be amazing. And there's loads and loads of places to do that. I mean, even near me, we have the V festivals in Staffordshire. There's the Leeds festival that's just up the road, and then there's one that's literally a 20-minute drive from my house, which is the Why Not festival, which is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. Festivals would, if you could actually incorporate like a proper Transformer convention into a festival, God, that would just be the best, the absolute best. This guy's going really slow. I'm going to be able to get past him before I get onto this hill. No. I just keep having this vision in my head of going. Going to a full-blown camping festival and having a huge marquee type thing that could have all the stalls in. You can even have it so the cars will park near your tent. There's facilities to have that kind of stuff, so you can lock all your belongings and all the things, so you won't have to worry about security or anything like that. God, it would be so good. What's your thoughts? Do you think it'd be possible to have to just tweak it enough, to just make it popular enough to actually have a full-blown festival of Transformers? I even think that it would make people, it would open people's eyes to stuff, and the community part of it, everybody getting together and barbecuing and drinking beer and just chilling out and listening to music. And you could, my perfect festival for if I could pick TFN, and I could make it like a full blown in a tent and all the rest of it. I'd like to have Stan Bush and Vince DiCola appear in it, and they could do music, and they could actually have a proper like a music, like a kind of like only for like one thing, and do like an hour set at night. How amazing would that be? Oh, that would just be awesome. So that's my question, is what do you think we could do to actually improve TFN, to just make it just that little bit better? Because it's very, very good. I'm not denying that. It's very, very good. But it could be perfect. It could be perfect. Best person to invite as well to one of these conventions? Who would be the ultimate? I know that I've never seen a lot of the people that go to the cons. They've seen Cullen and Welker and like they're the guys that kind of got them all into the sea. But it seems to me that a lot of the people who they invite are the same people that come every year. The ones that the artists and the writers, and which I understand that. I fully understand that. But who would be the ultimate? Would they invite like stars of the film, the motion pictures? Anybody from that ever appeared? That'd be quite good. I assume in the big ones in America that they have Michael Bay and people like that turn up to them. Is TFN big enough to invite somebody of that stature? Probably not, but because there's only about 1,000 people go to it. I used to go to a Sheffield Comic Con years and years and years ago in Sheffield, because I'm a full-blown old school nerd. And back in the day, way back in the day, Sheffield Comic Con was essentially people that were selling comic books out of long boxes at Sheffield University. And it was a pretty sad experience, to be honest. But I used to really enjoy it, but compared to what it is nowadays, when you go to Sheffield Comic Con's got like a Sheffield Arena, and it's huge, and there's loads and loads of guest stars there and loads of things happening all the time. It used to be just comics, people selling comics, but I've had some of the best times ever at these things. I remember going one year and this one guy was selling comic books on the side, and he was just going, I'm selling some stuff, and he's, do you want to buy these? And I'm selling them at like 50p each, and we were picking this stuff up thinking, buying like old gold key Star Trek comics off him for 50p a piece, and unbelievers, look. Comic conventions used to be really good for the fact that you were just surrounded by people that all had the same kind of interest, all had the same stuff that they're into, and the guests that they used to have were great, and the artists. Back when the big comics boom of the 90s, when you had the big Image Marvel fallout, they were good times. Some of the stuff that was being produced at the time was just incredible. And today, and there's still reflections of how influential that was today. For instance, Jim Lee is now like one of the head guys at DC because of the work he did. And he's such a talented guy as well. Not so much as a writer, but as an artist, yeah, he's amazing. Oh, there's all balloons in the air. Oh, mate, come on. No, you're not going to let me past? No, you're just going to stand there in the middle of the road, okay. So yeah, can you imagine it? If you drove to somewhere in the middle of a field, even if it's not, I'm not saying round here, but this is like perfect territory where you've got like a big locked off area. Driving to your field, setting your car out, getting all your stuff out the back of your car, all your tents and everything, and setting it all up, and then getting ready for the day when the festival proper starts. So you go into a marquee at night, and they're doing the show in Transformers the movie, and you're drinking cans of beer and eating popcorn that they're handing out and stuff like that. Oh yeah. And then they have a few people, like some bands jamming and just doing like tribute things. There's a band called the Cybertronic Spree, I think that's what they're called. And they're like they dress up in like cosplay, dress up as different characters from the G1 movie, and they're brilliant. They're so good. Well, they're not particularly talented, I'll be honest. They're music-wise and vocal-wise, they're not the best band in the world, but they're so good at it, and you can see that they genuinely enjoy what they're doing. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Having a band like that appear at like a proper TFN festival. I think if people embraced it, if people actually went with it, it would be. I can't keep going on about it. I'll shut up about that one. So, is there any people out there that have been to cons of any sort? If it either be a Comic Con or a Transformer convention or any other kind of nerdy con, what were the best things that you used to do when you used to actually the bits that you used to get into? See you in a bit. So I'm back, and was it alright this morning? It was pretty good. It was pretty good this morning. Lovely warm day, and went round the first time and didn't find a damn thing. Didn't find anything. And like all car booters know, go round twice, because you never know. Because when people are setting up, stuff appears. So just run through a few things that I picked up. Picked up a few games, Wii games, 50p each. Disney Universe, so I've already got for the PS3, but I've got a Wii, so I can play it on the Wii and not bother me on my PS3 instead. There were a guy that was selling Blu-rays, and I picked up the complete Matrix trilogy for £2.50, which I thought was an absolute steal. Can't remember, that's less than £1 each. So that's about 50p is probably what it was for Revolutions, but anyway, not bad at all. Oh, put that back in there. Also picked up for my little lad a Wolverine masher, and he was £1, so that's not bad. And picked up for £2 each, and this woman was a bit of a she didn't want to budge on price. You're a bit of a oh, I don't want to use the yeah, she weren't very friendly, but I managed to pick up the fob watch from Doctor Who, which is the thing that the Master holds, and I think the Doctor had a version of it as well. £2 for that, and £2 for one of the winged creatures from the school episode with Anthony Stewart. I've forgotten what it's called now. But yeah, that weren't too bad. But the best ones of the day, the ones in here. Now I remember last week I went and I found some little Korean oddities. Oh, you can see there they are, look. Turned in my card. So like I said last week, he had a big stack of them, and I thought, well, I'll go back and see if he's got any more. And I went to chat with him, and he said that he had a lot more in his thing. So I managed to get this guy, which is IO. Pretty good. And Mantry, which turns into some kind of big like bug thing, which is pretty good. What's this guy? Mothton. Yeah, interesting. And last but not least, Evan. Evan. For £1.50 each, so a bit of a bargain. So yeah, worth coming. Bit of a laugh. Picked up some stuff. No better to do on a Sunday morning. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Have a good time. Bye bye.